Well, good morning. Last time I spoke to you, I think it was from Waddenhoe on the River Nene, and since then we've had about 3 or 4 days of travel. I just wanted to update you on some of the things that have been going on. We came at the River Nene. It's a very beautiful river, but you do have to allow some time, and if you're a bit pushed, then you have to put in some very long days. And at the end of the River Nene, you have the Grand Union Canal, and then you have quite a steep flight of locks that you have to navigate. And if you can pair up with people, if you're doing this by yourself, then that's a really good idea, because it's a real push up the first stage of the Grand Union Northampton arm. Bit of adventure on the River Nene. Yes. You have to watch the signs really carefully and look for the arrows which will direct you on the route that you should take. I know it sounds silly, but you're only doing 3 miles an hour, you've got plenty of time to plan, but sometimes you come across a split in the river and it's not entirely clear. And I took the wrong turning, and unfortunately was travelling with someone who shouted, to stop. But I ended up in a quite a shallow area and had to reverse, and that put loads of weed and stuff around the propeller, and consequently the engine stopped. So fortunately it was quite a narrow part of the river, so the boat just drifted into the bank. Well, the nose drifted into the bank. The rest of the boat drifted across the river, and I had to then lift up the weed hatch. Clearly, you turn everything off, make sure that there's no chance of the propeller turning. Lift up the weed hatch, get in there, pull out all the weeds, throw them over the side, and as I picked up the weed hatch to put it back in, it managed to hook the windlass, and the windlass slipped, and in slow motion fell over the edge of the duck hatch, floated down, hooked for a second or two on the propeller, and then blop 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 disappeared into the bottom of the river. Anyway, I got the weed hatch back on, got the engine going again. The solenoid had come off again, so put that back on. Managed to catch up with a boat ahead. Really lovely guy who was a guy who's been on the river for years and years and years, and he used to be one of the last commercial boats that was going up and down the River Nene and up and down the Grand Union. And very fortunately he had a spare windlass, and so I could carry on. But when the thing you learn, I guess, is you just do things slowly and make sure those sort of misfortunes can't happen. Peterborough managed to get a rope around the propeller. That took 3 hours to get off, but apart from that, really enjoying it. So we're now well on our way. We've gone through Braunston. We went through the Braunston Tunnel. That, I think, is one of the great wonders of the world. Braunston Tunnel, over a mile long, brick construction, built in, I think, the 1790s. I mean, extraordinary feat of engineering, and a real experience. Absolutely brilliant to do. I really recommend it. And then came out the other side, went through Braunston, past the junctions of the Grand Union and the Oxford Canal, and we're now sort of heading up towards Leamington Spa. But we've got the Hatton row of locks to take on today. So I'll get back to you later. But thank you very much. Hope you have a good day. Bye.